You know that thing where you think you have a place figured out before you even get there? That was us with San Luis Obispo. Small town, college vibes, probably fine, but not much going on.
Full disclosure, we've been feeling a little uninspired lately. The weather's been weird, the RV's been, well, an RV, and things just haven't been clicking for us. We had stopped in a few towns, filmed some stuff, but didn't really feel like making a whole video out of it. But then we rode into San Luis Obispo, and for whatever reason, something just clicked. Like, almost instantly. We sat down for a beer, and I thought, I want to make a video of this place.
Montage. And it wasn't anything special like some insane meal or an epic landscape or anything you could pinpoint on a map that blew our minds. It was subtle things. The feeling of not needing to rush everything and nothing seemed crowded. Well, for the most part. It felt very hangoutable, like people were just chill, and I know that's said about everywhere, but it's kind of hard to explain. Let us just show you.
San Luis Obispo on the map doesn't look terribly difficult to get to until you get to Cuesta Pass. I'm sure the view up here is stunning if we could see it, but right now we can't see much of anything. We're so high up that we have to drive straight through the fog. But a few hours later, we got to see some of those gorgeous rolling hills before we made it to Slow. So we have just arrived at our next stop for the night. This is a Harvest Host at Central Coast Brewing. So since this is a Harvest Host, we have to go inside and get a beer. Rough life, I know, but it might not look like it from the parking lot, but the surrounding city and area of this place is so beautiful.
Looks like our RV, just a lot newer. These hills in the backdrop are nice though.
We didn't know it yet, but this would be the moment where we started to feel a connection to this town. Here. At a brewery we probably wouldn't even know was here were it not for us camping out in their parking lot.
Hi, can we do a flight?
Absolutely. Let me grab you a paper 1 second.
Central Coast Brewing seemed like quite the eclectic place. Big open spaces, a game room, and somewhat of a car collection all fit inside here.
Oh, that's fancy.
Same can be said for their beers too.
Thank you.
It's set up from top to bottom and left to right.
Perfect.
Okay,
Thank you.
Thank you.
It's a very hefty size flight. So she said top to bottom. So this is a Terrifico. It's Terrifico, Lucky Day, Juice Box Hero, a chai, and a peanut butter breakdown. I picked beers based on how cool the name sounds, so that's what we're trying. It tastes like the Corona with the lime already put in it.
Yum.
Lucky Day.
Lucky day.
Lucky day. We're gonna be rich.
It's the seahorse in Shark Tale. Does it taste like seahorse? Seahorse?
No.
In addition to our beer flight, we also ordered a pizza from a spot called Gino's. Said where we're going, we don't need plates. It's never not.
Is it good?
It's pizza.
And that was our first evening here. Nothing crazy, but it sparked the rest of this adventure. Slow kind of gives off that small town charm right away. And honestly, there was no faster way to understand a place than just getting a little lost in it. When we grabbed the drink at the bar last night, per usual, we asked the bartenders where they actually eat. No hesitation, Firestone for local barbecue. Coffee-wise, they said you almost can't mess it up here, but Field Day and Scout kept coming up. Field Day was closer, so that made the decision for us. And they weren't lying about it being popular.
Look at that line.
I wanted the winter latte, but they were sold out, so I settled for another fancy-sounding drink, the Garden Party. Feel free to pause the video to see what's in it. Coffee aside, the pumpkin cornbread muffins were calling me, and they looked too good to pass over.
And it looks like it is quite locally loved because the line was out the door. I got a blueberry cardamom scone. Tony got pumpkin cornbread muffin. I got my usual dirty chai, and he got some sort of festive seasonal drink. Altogether, it cost us $22.75.
Sarah's mood.
He's not wrong. Okay, I cannot do this. I cannot carry all of this equipment and also focus on not falling on these boulders.
Yeah, you're right. There's definitely got to be a more practical way to do this.
What if we use this little guy?
Behold, the chosen one.
This is the Hover Air X1 Pro Max. It's only 192.5 grams, flies up to 26 miles per hour. The Follow Me feature is honestly the best. It always follows you, always keeps you in center frame, and can track you from the front or back. And without a controller, I can fully concentrate on being in the moment. And when we're done, boom, fits right in my pocket. Pocket drone. The enclosed design and the top-notch obstacle avoidance makes it safe and worry-free to fly. So much so that we took it with us bouldering. Feel like a Jedi. And with the beacon and joysticks, they snap together and pair with your phone. For those moments you might need more control or to dial into specific settings. For instance, in manual mode, you can get those epic landscape shots like this. And with the preset modes, I feel like I'm almost as good of a drone pilot as Tony.
Feel free to take over for these drone shots then.
You know what? With Hover Air, I can. Check the link in the description to get your hands on the Hover Air X1 Pro Max. We did a slow lap through the Chinatown Historic District and glanced at a few landmarks like the Palm Theater, but nothing was really open yet. So we ended up at Mission San Luis Obispo instead.
We gotta fit some history in. It's worth it to check out the mission. There is a service going on right now, so we can't go inside. We're kind of being a little quiet, but you can hang out in the garden and see all like the little pieces of history that are around. It's kind of fascinating.
The creek walk by the Mission and the History Center is so refreshing. A nice little quiet moment in the middle of the city. There wasn't a lot of water this time of year, but it makes a more enjoyable walk to all of the shops. But then, in almost complete contrast of that, is Bubblegum Alley, a 70-foot long alleyway nearly completely covered in chewed gum. This feels like an unusual rite of passage, one I've done in Seattle several times. As stated by the San Luis Obispo website, if you're squeamish, germophobic, consider yourselves fairly warned.
So there should be a placard buried somewhere underneath this gum, but I think I read that this is supposed to be the original gum wall, which predates Seattle's.
You better watch where you're backing up.
For a quick reference, Seattle's gum wall apparently started in the 90s, whereas this one is said to be dated back to the 70s.
I don't think they clean their gum wall.
I doubt it.
Seattle cleans the gum wall off. Some of this looks old as f***. They look like a hairy They got the head curved in and everything.
There it is. You can read that.
You know, there was a song back in the 50s, 60s that says, does your chewing gum lose its flavor on the bedpost overnight? Turns out it does not lose its flavor. So, my hypothesis is that pluck one of these things off there, put it in your mouth and chew, that flavor will still be there because they chewed it and then stuck it
it
right
on
there.
so it's got its flavor.
That makes sense.
So that is yet to be proven.
Yeah, I'm not going to be the one to prove it.
Test your theory.
All right, see ya.
Appreciate you.
We won't be the ones to prove that theory, but we will add our mark to this piece of living art.
6, 7, Dad, 6, 7.
Of course they're gonna do that. Or 67. Maybe it's just the number 67.
As these kids have so elegantly said in the background, there are a few unique gum creations here on the wall. And also an overwhelming amount of 6-7s.
I mean, you think you'll find?
Probably 6-7.
Clearly, the youths have found this wall.
Too old for this shit.
Too old for this shit.
Remember when I said there was this one place the bartender said we couldn't miss? Well, we finally made our way there, and looks like we're not the only ones. I tried some of their locally famous tri-tip, and Sarah went with a classic cheeseburger.
Wow. Pretty good. Tastes like a cheeseburger.
It's a lot more tender than I thought it'd be. And the bread is kind of just, I don't know how to explain it. Just melts in your mouth. Together it cost us $35 with tip. You know how it is as you get older. You start to find those old habits like bird watching and collecting random things off the beach. My hobby just might end up being, I'm not a tree person, but I really like these trees.
You're a tree person.
Okay, I need you to hear me out. Ice cream is my favorite food group. I'm also lactose intolerant. Do what you will with that information. But sometimes you just have to accept the consequences and leave it for your future self to deal with. This is one of those times. How's the ice cream made here?
So we have liquid nitrogen intake back there, and then they pump it through here, and then the liquid nitrogen freezes the ice or the cream.
Liquid nitrogen ice cream? Sign me up. It's a fascinating process. The nitrogen freezes the cream, then it's whipped into ice cream, and you can see the entire process done fresh. We ended up getting the Flintstones for Sarah, and I got the milk and gold. The ice cream is good. I don't know about the creamiest in the world. I need more sample sizes. But 2 ice creams cost us $12.50. We figured the best way to end the day would be near some water. So we hopped on the highway and headed to Morro Bay just outside of town. I'm actually really glad we decided to drive out here. It was either here or Pismo Beach, which actually looks really cool too. I don't know, I guess the only wrong decision was not finding time to see both. Gotta wear my glasses like this because they're broken. The day was so nice, we figured we're only like 20 minutes away from Morro Bay. Why not go check it out? So we did. Drove up Highway 1 and we got and parked somewhere that's close by, and bam, there's this huge rock just sitting right here, and it looks so cool. This is what I imagine coastal towns in Italy and cool places like that. I mean, obviously this is a cool place too, but the reason I chose Morro Bay is because of the otters. No matter what time of year, you'll probably see them out here, and we were lucky enough to see several late in the afternoon. She's waving at me. Look how flat them bellies are. These otters, man, just floating around without a care in the world, living their absolute best lives. I wouldn't say otters are becoming my spirit animal, but I do respect the lifestyle. So of course I looked up a few fun facts while we were just standing here staring at them like weirdos. First off, a group of otters is called a raft, which actually kind of makes sense seeing how they float. Then they got this little pocket under their arms where they keep snacks or a rock for smashing food open on their bellies. That one I actually knew. And they sleep for 10 to 12 hours a day, usually floating in kelp so they don't drift away and stay safe from predators. Meanwhile, they couldn't care less about the small crowd of humans losing their minds over how cute they are. Us included. Okay, I'll shut up now. I'm interrupting the cuteness.
Is it custody battle?
Fighting over milk.
Quite, can't think of the adjective. Quite nice.
That's the adjective you couldn't think of.
No, can't think of it.
Quaint.
It was kind of like quintessential. I don't know. It's nice.
Peaceful.
Peaceful. Slow kind of snuck up on us. What we thought was just a quick stop turned into one of those places that we genuinely enjoyed. And not in the sense that we looked at it from a lens of making an entertaining video or anything superficial like that. There are quite a few moments where the camera was put down and we just lived in that space. Good food, good coffee, easy streets, and zero pressure to do anything except wander. Next up, we're spending some time exploring the desert before making a beeline to San Diego. Just like San Francisco, LA is a lot, especially in an RV. So we're driving straight through and not looking back. Plus, it's been 7 years since we've been back to San Diego, which feels kind of wild to say out loud, but the next stretch of this trip feels even more exciting in a city that means so much to us. Make sure that you're subscribed so you don't miss those detours.